tell you something, man. It's unfair to the people, man. You know, it's black poor people out here. We can't afford no 90 cents. If that was the case, it should have raised to $1. Right. You're out here trying to rob people, my man. It ain't right. It ain't right. People's on welfare. This isn't Park Avenue. You know what I'm saying? This is Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brownsville, man. You got people on welfare, unemployed. You got the crime out, people getting killed. It's not fair, man. You should get Reagan out the chair. You should get Reagan out the chair. And put somebody in that's gonna help the people, my man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what's going on. Right. I feel we should do something about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel the fare should go back down to 75 cents because there's poor people out here. It's a shame the way the people is trying to rob us, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody that's on a fixed income, the thing is, like, seems like they should subsidize that.
Help the New Year's to us. Thank you.
People down in the Bigfoot country.
We're down in the barefoot country. Get that cold weather when I put some shoes on.
Yeah, you had to, right?
Well, we up here wrestling in the concrete jungle.
Yeah. Which one did you this time?
This is the second time this year I got the Wacko Award. They ain't sent me no award. There's a Wacko, but he got 92% of the black vote and won't put nobody on the MTA board, black or Hispanic. But I got to be a wacko because I'm not one of their disciplined, branded, colored politicians.
Yeah, I had to keep that.
Rev.Sharpton, President of National Youth Movement. On tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we will start in Brooklyn at Prospect Park and Empire Boulevard, where the D and the M lines and the Franklin Avenue L combinate. And 125th and St. Nicholas at 8 o'clock, and Fulton and Nostrand at 8 o'clock. And in the afternoon in Queens and the Bronx, a Freedom Brigade, where we will be encouraging people to join us as we pay 75 cents and walk through the turnstile, protesting the fare hike that has been imposed upon us in the city of New York, commuters, 75% of which are black and Hispanic, by an apartheid-like MTA board. There are 14 members on the board, only one token black, no Hispanics. Not only do we feel this board has not made the right decision, we don't feel this board has the right to make this decision. When you have a board of white, wealthy, mostly males, deciding for mostly lower middle income to lower class blacks and Hispanics, their economic fate when they're not represented in the room, you're turning back the clock of American history to pre-slavery days. People talk about the financial wizard that Stephen Berg on the MTA board is for Kylie. Well, my mother's a financial wizard. She raised 4 kids with no father, and we never missed a meal. People like her should be on the board because they're the ones that have to find the money to find a token, and not somebody that rides a chauffeur-driven car to an MTA board meeting and tries to learn the working class through a sociology textbook. We also are concerned about the socioeconomic implications of this hike. The fact that people are already trying to steal their way through at 75 cents, at 90 cents economically, is going to make more people become fare beaters. With your rookie mentality among the police department, many of which feel that working in our community gives them license to play cowboys and Indians with the lives of black and Hispanic people. We fear the duplication of the Michael Stewart type of incident throughout the city. All you need is one kid that doesn't have that 15 cents to go through the turnstile and face one rookie who wants to prove his macho instincts to his wife that night and commence whipping that kid as they did Michael Stewart, and you have a series of incidents. We met with the Inspector Coochie and Inspector Valentine this morning and told them unless they further sensitize their police department, they're going to have a reoccurrence of Michael Stewart cases throughout the year because the economy is going to dictate that a lot of youngsters are going to have to try to cheat rather than pay, not because they're larcenous, but because they're poor. I think that this battle is crucial. We fought last year the chancellor issue. We were the first group to go on the record and demand a minority chancellor. We picketed City Hall. We got student government leaders together. I sat in at the first of the hearings to block the Wagner vote. We were the ones that appealed the AMBAC to disqualify Robert Wagner, which he did. Now we're battling for seats on the MTA. I think it is an overall struggle that we have a tension between a white minority now that does not want to give up political spoils and political power to a black and Hispanic majority. We are fighting a battle in New York where we are not asking for black dominance, we're asking for equity. We want our share. If we are the majority of the citizens of this city, which we are, 50% of this city is black and Hispanic, then that should be reflected in every element of city life. There's no such thing now as just a black issue. Any city issue affects more blacks and more Hispanics than anybody else. Therefore, why aren't we on the MTA boards? Why aren't we in a majority of the Board of Education? Why aren't we on the Board of Estimates? Because we've been disenfranchised, and only civil disobedience, raising to a public level that cannot be ignored, will turn this ignoring us around. We at National Youth Movement are determined to be part of the vanguard of causing civil disobedient acts to become a way of life in this city until we are respected for our numerical strength in this town. 85, we're going at Koch. 86, we may go at Cuomo. We got to deal with the fact that we are not represented commensurate with the numbers that we are in this city.
Don't pay the fare. Don't pay the fare. Unfair. Pay 75 cents. Don't pay the extra 15 cents. It's unfair to pay the fare. I'm proud to pay the extra nickel and dime, man. Don't pay.
When she gets home, I don't like that unless you were the invisible man with an invisible camera. I say you can do it, but you're not invisible, and I see you.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I said. We gotta wait to do my thing. All right. So you get him when he comes in.
Not when there's an ongoing investigation. So I'm telling you now, you're shooting, you're getting practice, but you're not going to get me on that stuff. What is my thing on police brutality?
Right. What is your thing on police brutality?
What do you think it would be?
Well, I don't know. You're a police officer. You're a transit police officer.
Of course I'm a transit
police. So you must have an opinion on police brutality yourself.
You don't know what my opinion is on police brutality? That I sanction police brutality? No. There is such a thing in the penal law that when an arrest is made, and I'm not talking about any specific case, I'm talking about in general, that there is such a thing that there are times when enough force has to be used to effect an arrest.
So what do you think happened to Michael Stewart?
Get me on that. There's an investigation going on in Michael Stewart's case, and I think what we have to do is wait until that investigation is over. See, I told you before what you were going to ask me, all right? And I told you before that I will not have any comment on that. We have an ongoing investigation on a very unfortunate situation that happened regarding that young man. Right? A very unfortunate situation. There's no question about what the role of the police officer is. If you see somebody breaking the law, he takes police action. My concern is that the problem with showing young people that you have to challenge the law and break the law to challenge it. There are two ways of doing it. There is a non-violent way of doing it and suffer the consequence. And there is another way when a police officer comes up and said, you have broken the law, and I'm going to issue you a summons. And then you push that police officer, or you strike him. That's wrong. Did you drink the coffee?
Yeah, I'll go home and die. No, I didn't go.
I went down there and got it.
Oh, you went down there and got it?
Well, I feel that the subway fare is really outrageous at this present time because 90 cents is a fare that is really ridiculous. The reason why is because the system is not adequate for the people.
It's unsafe, it's filthy, and it's not clean. I can see if they had a better trained system, but they don't at the time. Okay? All right. That's it. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day now.